Continuing our discussion on integrals yielding to trigonometric functions. So we are now on problem number 7. We have to evaluate the integral of cosecant squared theta with respect to theta. Okay, this is just a basic formula, no? Basic lang eh. Cosecant theta lang yung tinong sa atin. Pero unfortunately, yung ating single function na yon wala dito sa ating trigonometric formulas. Kasi dapat siya ay naka-square para ma-integrate natin siya into cotangent. So, hindi pwede. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin ngayon is magdi-derive tayo ng formula. Kasi yung derivation ng formula na to, this one or this problem is very complicated. So, kailangan lang natin ditong i-derive, then after natin ma-derive, tandaan nyo na yung formula hanggang sa makatapos tayo ng calculus. Okay? So, ngayon, ang gagawin natin dito, yung integral ng cosecant theta ay imumultiply natin sa cotangent theta plus cosecant theta over cotangent theta plus cosecant theta. So, yung value na to ay 1 kasi yung cotangent theta plus cosecant theta, makakancel lang natin. So, supposedly, 1 ito. So, hindi natin mababago. Cosecant theta pa rin yung meron tayo. Ba't ba cosine yung nailalagay ko? Okay? Now, the reason kung ba't ito yung minumultiply natin, pagdating kasi sa trigo, partner-partner yan. Si sine, ang kapartner niya ay si cosine. Sila lagi ang nagpapalitan. Okay? So, ngayon, dito naman, si secant, ang partner ni secant lagi ay si tangent. Kaya nga siya na sectant. Okay? Then, meron tayong cosecant. Ang kapartner naman ni cosecant ay si cotangent. Okay? So, yan yung mga partner-partner dito. Kaya minultiply natin siya sa cotangent theta plus cosecant theta. Okay? So, now, gawin natin to. So, minultiply natin yung ating numerator magiging cotangent theta, cosecant theta plus cosecant squared theta. Whereas our numerator will be cotangent theta plus cosecant theta d theta. Okay? So, dinistribute lang natin yung ating cosecant dito. Minultiply ko dito sa numerator, tsaka dito. Again, kapag ka nagmumultiply tayo ng fraction, that is numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator lang. So, in this case, magle-let u na tayo. So, we let u equivalent to our denominator na cotangent theta plus cosecant theta. So, our du, ang derivative ng cotangent ay negative cosecant squared theta. At ang derivative naman ng cosecant ay minus cosecant theta cotangent theta. And then, meron kasi akong hindi nailagay. Ayan, hindi ko maipagkasya. Pagka nagdi-derivative tayo, may kasama pong d theta. Yan ha. So, i-factor out nyo na lang yung d theta. Ang maiiwan sa atin ay negative cosecant squared theta minus cosecant theta cotangent theta. Kasi nilabas na natin yung d theta. Or d theta now becomes du over cosecant squared theta minus cosecant theta cotangent theta. So, substitute na natin yung u doon sa ating function. Actually, minus to. Okay? So, therefore, we have now the integral of itong nasa ibabaw as is siya, cotangent theta, cosecant theta pa rin siya, plus cosecant squared theta ito, divided by cotangent theta plus cosecant. Actually, ito pala ang denominator, yung nilet u natin. Then, our d theta is negative du over cosecant squared theta plus cosecant theta cotangent theta. Okay, kaya siya naging plus dahil pinactor out natin yung negative. Nilabas natin ganun yung negative. So, ang maiiwan na lang sa loob, magiging positive na yung cosecant squared theta At ganun din yung cosecant theta, cotangent theta. Okay? Kasi nilabas mo na yung negative, pinactor out mo yung negative. Okay? So dito we have negative, cancel na yung numerator. We have negative integral ng du over u, or basically the integral is just a ln u plus c, or that is negative ln ng cotangent theta plus cosecant theta absolute value plus c. So, idagdag na natin ngayon sa mga formula natin that the integral of cosecant theta d theta, or cosine secant u na lang yung gamitin natin, cosecant u du is negative ln cotangent u plus cosecant u plus c. So, yan din yung pattern para naman sa secant u du, that is ln, mawawala yung negative, tangent u plus secant u plus c. So, another set of formula na kailangan natin tandaan whenever we are trying to solve for trigonometric identities. So, isa to sa mga mahihirap na problem. Actually, hindi naman to problem. This is just a derivation, kaya kailangan natin tandaan lang yung formula. Kasi, to be honest, mahirap hanapin yung i-multiply dito. I tried so many things na i-multiply dito. Pero hindi talaga siya, wala siyang pattern. Okay? So that is why for this problem, kailangan lang natin tandaan yung mga naging outcome na formula. Okay? So let's proceed with sample problem number 8. We have now the definite integrals. For sample problem number 8, we have the integral of pi over 4, pi over 6. So the lower limit is pi over 6 to pi over 4 tayo, the upper limit. Secant squared x over tangent x dx. Okay. So again, ang una natin kailangan gawin, simplify kung masisimplify pa natin. Pero pwede natin tingnan yung values. 'Di ba ang secant at ang tangent, they are related. Tandaan natin na ang partner lagi ni tangent ay secant squared. Okay? Si tangent x, ang partner niya ay secant squared x. Si cotangent naman, ang partner niya ay negative cosecant squared x. Kung babalikan natin yan dito. Kasi ganun din sa derivative. Si cosecant, cotangent, si secant, tangent. Okay? Yun nga lang, si secant at si cosecant, dapat sila ay naka-square. Pagdating naman kay cotangent, dapat isa sa kanila ay negative. So, sila yung partner. So, in this case, partner na to, tangent x tsaka secant x, wala ka nang kailangang i-simplify. Ang gagawin na lang natin ay mag-let u tayo. So, ano ang ile-let u natin? So, dito ang ile-let u natin ay yung ating tangent x, the denominator. Kasi ang derivative ng tangent x ay secant squared x dx. Pag namali ka, ang ginawa mo, ang niyo mo ay secant squared x. Take note, hindi pagka ito yung problem, wala tayong specific derivative dito sa secant squared x, no? So, hindi pwede. Kaya ang derivative natin, ang iuu natin ay si tangent whenever meron tayong ganitong partnership. Kapag ganito naman, ang u dito ay cotangent. Ang u dito ay si tangent. Okay? Laging ganun naman. Okay? So, apply na natin. We have the integral of pi over 6 to pi over 4 ng secant squared x. Our tangent is u. Then, our dx will be du over secant squared x. So, this is du over secant squared x. Cancel na to. So, we have now the integral of du over u from pi over 6 to pi over 4. Okay? So, ano ang integral ng du over u? That is ln absolute value of u plus c. Okay? And since tayo ay definite integral, mawawala na yung plus c, mapapalitan ng limits. Okay? And substitute na natin yung value ng u kasi yung pi over 6 at pi over 4 para yan kay x. So, substitute na natin. So, ln tan x, okay, from pi over 6 to pi over 4. So, kunin muna natin yung upper limit. Ano yung magiging f ng pi over 4? So, that would be ln absolute value ng tangent pi over 4 close tangent. So, papunta tayo ngayon kay unit circle. Okay, kunin ko lang si unit. Ay, pwede pala ako mag-insert dito. So, lagay natin si unit circle dito para may tayo, easy access. Okay, so we have now the unit circle here. So, kunin muna natin yung tangent ng pi over 4. So, nasaan ba si pi over 4? Ayun. Ito yung ating pi over 4. Yung tangent guys, yan yung ratio ng cosine at sine. So, uunahin natin si sine. So, we have square root of 2 over 2 over square root of 2 over 2. Again, ito si sine. Ito yung sine ng value natin. At ito naman yung cosine, no? So, this is sine over cosine value. So, dito nagkataon na yung tangent pi over 4 is equivalent to 1 kasi pareho lang. So, we have ln absolute value of 1. Okay, next, puntahan naman natin yung lower limit which is pi over 6. So, we have ln absolute value ng tangent pi over 6 close absolute. So, ang pi over 6 naman natin, tangent pi over 6. Nasaan si pi over 6? Pi over 5 pi. Ayun, ito lang pala yung pi over 6. That is 30 degrees. So, kapag kinuha natin yung ating tangent pi over 6, that is sine. 1/2 yung sine natin dito. Okay? And then, our cosine is square root of 3 over 2. Pwede na natin tanggalin ito, yung denominator na 2. So, yung tangent pi over 6 pala ay 1 over square root of 3. Okay? So, that is 1 over square root of 3. So, this is ln absolute value ng tangent 1 over square root of 3. Wala na yung tangent kasi tangent pi over 6 na to. 1 over square root of 3 na lang. So, buuin na natin yung integral natin. So, our integral is ln absolute value of 1, that is our upper limit, minus lower limit. So, again, upper minus lower tayo na. So, our lower limit is ln 1 over square root of 3. Okay, now, dito sa part na to, yung ln 1, that is actually 0. That is a property of natural log na ang ln 1 is always equal to 0. So, our integral is negative ln absolute value ng 1 over square root of 3. Pwede natin itong i-simplify pa. Okay? Pero for now, okay na tayo on this answer. Okay? So, that's it for problem number 8. Let's proceed with problem number 9. So, meron na naman tayo ditong limits. So, lagay ulit tayo ng unit circle. Ito na lang yung unit circle natin. Yan. So, for problem number 9, ang tanong is the integral ng cotangent squared z dz from 0 to pi over 2. Okay? So, for this problem, meron tayong cotangent squared z. Meron ba tayong integral ng cotangent squared z? So, dito sa ating wala. Ang meron lang tayo, cotangent cosecant. Kailangan magkasama. So, cannot be borrow 1 from 3. Pero kung tatandaan niyo ang partner ng cotangent ay cosecant. Okay? Di ba sabi natin, partner si cotangent tsaka si cosecant. Si cosecant meron. So, cosecant squared. Okay? So, pwede pala natin gawin itong cotangent squared, gawin natin cosecant using an identity. So, meron naman tayong Pythagorean identity para doon. 1 plus cotangent squared is equal to cosecant squared. So, yan yung gamitin natin. So, we have yung cotangent squared z, palitan natin. So, ito ay cosecant squared z. So, this becomes, yung cotangent squared z natin becomes cosecant squared z minus 1. Okay? So, now, ang problem na natin is the integral of cosecant squared z minus 1 dz from 0 to pi over 2. So, in this case, kaya na nating i-integrate si cosecant squared z tsaka si 1. So, we have now here, integrate na natin agad. So, ang integral ng cosecant squared z, di ba, dyan ay cotangent z. Balikan natin. We make sure. Cosecant squared z, that is, negative cotangent, di ba? Muntik pa tayong mamali. So, negative cotangent z. Hindi naka-squared, cotangent lang. Negative cotangent z. Ang integral ng 1 ay z. Then, our limits is from 0 to pi over 2. Okay. So, upper limit muna tayo. We have f of ng pi over 2. So, that is negative cotangent pi over 2 minus pi over 2. Kunin natin yung cotangent ng pi over 2. So, cotangent ng pi over 2, yan ay cosine over sine naman, baliktad. So, ang pi over 2 natin ay ito, 90 degrees. So, ang cotangent ng pi over 2, ang cosine ay 0, ang sine ay 1 rather. So, this is equal to 0. So, yung upper limit pala natin ay yung f of pi over 2, this is negative pero ang value ng cotangent pi over 2 is 0 minus pi over 2. So, our f pi over 2 is just simply negative pi over 2. Kunin naman natin yung lower limit, f naman tayo ng 0. So, we have negative cotangent of 0 minus our z is 0. So, dito, ang 0 naman natin ay ito. So, our cotangent of 0 is equivalent to, ang cosine natin ngayon ay 1. 1 over 0. So, this is undefined. Okay? So, wala tayong sagot kasi yung limit natin nag-undefined. Ibig sabihin, hindi continuous yung ating function doon sa ating limits. Okay? So, yung limit, this is undefined. Or actually, ang tamang sagot dyan is, pagka ganito is infinite ito eh. Infinity. Okay? So, undefined or infinite. So, we cannot answer yung ating limits. Now, I want you to try, practice nyo na lang, na kapag pinalitan natin yung limits, okay, the limits will be changed to pi over 2. Sa halip na 0 to, gawin natin pi over 6. Okay? So, pwede nyo sigurong pag-practicean yan. And that ends our discussion on trigonometric function. Again, magbibigay ako ng supplemental discussion para dito. That involves the simplification of trigonometric and hyperbolic function. Okay, in that way, pagdating natin sa discussion tomorrow, hindi kayo mahihirapan. So for tomorrow, our topic is hyperbolic and inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, so that would be all and have a great day.